What's up, guys? Welcome back to SoberTube. SoberTube is a YouTube series dedicated to giving you real information about addiction and recovery and alcoholism coming from somebody who has almost 10 years sober, that has been through the process and spent the last almost 10 years of his life learning about recovery, speaking to addicts in recovery, speaking to newcomers, and collecting knowledge and evidence, not from somebody who read a book, from somebody who has lived this disease and who understands it. Today we are going to talk about Suboxone. We are going to talk about Methadone. Let's just say this immediately: I am not a doctor and I am not qualified to give you medical advice. I can give you my opinion based on my experience personally in the past. Suboxone, for me, and only me, I use Suboxone as a crutch. I would use it when I ran out of stuff but couldn't get stuff, but I could get Suboxone. I used it not as recommended. So I used Suboxone incorrectly. What I did see in the past many years is people staying on Suboxone for a really long period of time, to a point where I think they lost or lose sight of addiction recovery, and they count on a medicine to keep them in some sort of condition every single day. That, I guess, it helps a lot of people, but I cannot see myself waking up every single day and taking Suboxone. I do know that you have to be medically detoxed off of it. I know that there's ways to taper off of it, and I personally have made a decision as soon as I got sober that I would never let any medicine be a part of my life on a regular basis. I wanted to find, through the 12 steps, a strength and an ability to be sober based on just what I learned in the 12 steps and without Suboxone or Methadone. I do think that Suboxone has helped a ton of people. This is not to knock them. It's just my personal experience is I did a lot of heroin, a lot of opiates on a regular basis, and I was able to walk out of a rehab without Suboxone and live a great life. And there's no barrier. There's no doctor's visit, and there's nothing in my way or nothing I have to do in the morning in order to start my day. No pill has to enter my body for me to start my day. Methadone. I was detoxed from opiates 2 different times in 2 different detoxes with Methadone. What I liked about Methadone was I was on it for a few days. I think I was only on it for a few days because it's all my insurance would allow. And it did make it so that when I was off of Methadone and forced to, detox a little bit without it, it was painful. What do I have to say about that? For people that are trying to avoid the pain of detox, listen, it's painful. Anything in life that we do that's worth doing is hard to do. Lifting weights, running, studying for a test, going to college, going to school, getting sober requires effort, stress, and pain. Some of the most amazing accomplishments that have ever been accomplished from people that are your heroes involve them going through pain in order to get there. I do not believe in long-term Methadone. Maybe Suboxone long-term is helpful to some, but not for me. But I absolutely do not believe in long-term Methadone treatment. I believe that is pharmaceuticals exploiting us addicts. It's taking advantage of us because someone's making money from that, and it is not helping us with the disease of addiction. We are then just putting down one drug and becoming addicted to another drug. I know this is controversial. That's why I am telling you that these are my personal beliefs from my recovery. And for anybody that says, hey, I got 5 years sober and I did it with Suboxone, you have all the respect in the world for me. I'm happy to see you recover. I just believe personally in a more natural recovery process, like 12 steps, service, helping others, and keeping my disease a big part of my life, respecting my disease and understanding that I am just one usage away from the destruction I used to live and one kind act away from another minute sober. So I do not believe that anyone has to be on Suboxone or has to be on Methadone permanently. There are new things out called Vivitrol. There's implants. I could tell you that I have seen people succeed with Vivitrol, and more power to them. I have never taken it. Didn't exist when I got sober. But listen, the most important thing is that you are not struggling anymore. The people in your life are not in pain anymore, and that you have found a way to not hurt every single person in your life using alcohol or drugs, and that you are constantly improving. There is no perfect way to do this. We are all about the progress of our recovery, and another minute clean, another hour sober is another minute or hour that someone in your life, including yourself, has not suffered from a really evil disease. My name is Brian. Thanks for coming to my channel. Subscribe, like, get involved in your recovery, and I'll see you on the next episode.